Holy shit! Multiple infected north.
Alright, so I got my first submission to the triple 100 challenge. It appears, now I didn't really see any close-ups of the gun, but it appears to be like some sort of M4 setup, but in 22 long rifle. And he ran into the same problems I did. He actually did it a little bit better because his mags drop straight out. And with the Ruger 1022, this is more like an AK style with a rock and lock. So he had a huge advantage there. Totally killed me in the time there, you could tell it. But what was really murdering him was malfunctions. And that's the same thing I ran into. Now I tried running it with this rifle, and I feel like I got close to the time, if not to the time. However, my accuracy went to shit because with muzzle percussion, you get fatigue. You start getting lazy, you start missing more. So with my 22 long rifle, the accuracy was really, really high. But then with the AR-15, my time was really good. So we got to find the balance, what works better, having like an AR-15 and a 22 long rifle, or just going with an AR to get the faster time and then compensate, you know, because you'd have worse accuracy. Like, for example, when I ran my AR-15, my penalty time was as long as the entire challenge. So just with penalties, I was over the 100 seconds. So I don't know what would be better yet. I did buy some higher pressure ammunition. This way it'll be a little bit more reliable. Hopefully it'll speed up my time with the 22 long rifle. And we'll see if I can't speed up that time and get closer and closer to the actual goal by having less malfunctions, less hiccups. We'll have to try. So let's take a look at his footage.
Alright, so I had 2 rounds not go off.
So again, he didn't do any real close-ups of the gun, but it appears to be some sort of M4 with like an ACOG on it and 22 long rifle. And I think that might actually be the best choice for this particular challenge. Now, I'm not going to go through and count the hits. We'll do that later on, but I feel confident somebody's going to submit footage that's going to make us all look like amateurs and just totally mess up the time, so the counting and stuff is kind of irrelevant right now. So I'm just counting the misses. You got 7 misses on one target, 16 misses on the other. That's 23 misses total, giving him 46 seconds and penalty time. He ran the challenge in 3 minutes 57 seconds. So after adding on the penalty time, comes to 4 minutes and 43 seconds. So this is the time to beat to become the new winner. Definitely check out his challenge. I will have a link in the description down below. It's actually pretty established. Dude's already got like 1,000 subs. He's got a bunch of cool gun videos. Strongly recommend subscribing over there. I'll put the rules after this video. I'll just put the clip in there. This way, if you want to know what's going on with the challenge, you can do it. The prize for the challenge is my old 300 PRC barrel, which I'll even throw in a muzzle brake. So that's like damn near $1,000 setup. Now, I'm having it pulled off of my rifle because it's the wrong tool for that particular job. What it would be awesome for is like a hunting rifle. It would be totally, just phenomenally good at being a hunting rifle barrel. And I had the guy pulling it off, go through it with a bore scope and everything. And mechanically, it's fine. It just doesn't fit my particular job because that Magnum cartridge would heat up so much, I would get a point of impact shift when I tried throwing strings of shots. But for a hunting rifle, you're looking at 1 shot. So, good to go. So, a couple of things. The first person that tries running this challenge in like a battle rifle, with slugs, automatically gets 10 extra points added to their man card. Now, it doesn't really help them in the challenge, but damn, that would be pretty badass. I might have to buy 100 slugs and try to run the challenge with the Benelli. I know I won't get anywhere near the time. I'm probably going to have a lot of misses, but still, how cool would that be? So again, if you'd like to submit, I'm going to play the rules right now. So you can go through and make sure, because that would suck if you did something that was wrong with the rules. And, somebody else asked too if they could have somebody reload the gun, and I went through the rules and there's nothing in the rules that says you can't. I strongly recommend you don't, because if you win having your buddy reload your gun for you, you're going to piss off the audience. And if you take the challenge winner and he's helping you, you're probably going to wind up getting your house egged or something like that. Yes, you would officially be the winner, and I would send you the barrel, but you're going to piss a lot of people off. I recommend doing it by yourself, but I already stated the rules. I did not say you couldn't do that. And honestly, when I was watching the guy's footage of showing me what he was talking about, I feel I could actually reload solo faster than my buddy could reload my gun for me.
Go ahead, record.
Yep.
And then bang, 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 magazine empty. Bang, 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 bang.
So again, you can do that. It doesn't say you can in the rules, but I strongly recommend you don't. So, alright, I'm going to play the rules footage, and you guys have a nice day. Let's go over the rules for this particular contest. To the whiteboard of knowledge. Number 1, you must use a single rifle. Whatever rifle you start the contest with, no, I shouldn't say contest. Whatever rifle you start shooting with is the rifle you need to finish with. Now, it doesn't mean you can switch a rifle in the middle. You must use one rifle for the entire shoot. Now, I understand this is also not realistic, because if I was in some hypothetical zombie scenario, I'd have 3 or 4 rifles, so when one ran out of ammo, I could just grab another rifle, or if I ran into a malfunction, I could just grab a different rifle. However, this is the rules of this contest, and if you want to enter in, you're going to have to deal with that. Rule number 2. You must have 2 targets. They must be apart, and your shots must alternate from target to target. You can't put 50 shots on this target, then go to this target and put another 50 shots on it. You must go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This way it's actually like a horde of zombies. Now we're only using 2. Ideally, like I said in my video, I would use a lot of targets, so it's more realistic, but we just don't have those kind of resources. So you take your 2 targets, you put them apart from each other, and you're going to alternate from target to target, so it's like you're working a horde. Alright, rule number 3, targets must be a minimum of 4 feet apart. From the center of the head to the center of the head, you must have a 4-foot distance in there. I don't want the heads right next to each other, so you're just like click, 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 click. It's got to be at least 4 feet apart. Rule number 3, a minimum of 2 targets. So you can't use one target. Well, obviously, rules, the previous rules eliminate that from happening, but you got to have at least 2 targets. Now, if you want to set up more, if that makes it easier for you, that's totally fine. That is good to go. Next rule, it must be this style of target. This is a B27 FSA green steelhouse target. You have to use this exact target. This way we can all look at it and make sure that things aren't unfairly. Or you use a slightly bigger target that looks similar to that, but you can't tell because there's no size reference. It has to be that brand of target. Next rule. Whatever weapon you use, and you can use any weapon you want. Any at all. It doesn't matter. I don't care what you use to do this contest. But it must be propelled by gunpowder. You can't have some sort of air rifle that you're doing it with. Sorry for your air rifle guys. I'm just not allowing that. Next rule. from first shot to last shot must happen within 100 seconds. So the latest you can start the timer is when the gun goes bang for the first time. And then the timer, the soonest you can end it is when the firearm goes bang for the last time. Must be 100 yards. No closer. I must get permission to use your footage. Because I can't have you meet me and record you doing the test, I have to be able to take your footage, which you're going to put on your YouTube channel, and you got to put it in long form, because we'll get to that later. I'm going to record it off of there and put it on my channel, but I will tell people where they can find the original footage if they want to watch it, because I'm going to edit the shit out of it. Let's see. Single projectile firearms only. I do not want to see you use a binary trigger and go on one target, bang, bang, next target, bang, bang, next target, bang, bang, next target, bang, bang. Double taps do not count. It has to be a single shot. You go to the next target and you fire again. Footage must be non-disputable. So because this is so easy to cheat, when you upload your original video to your channel, it's got to have like 0 to like very, very little editing. You either have to start downrange, show, okay, the targets are clean, without doing any cuts or anything, go back to your shooting position, hang your camera up, do your 100 shots, then grab the camera again without any cuts or anything, go back downrange, and then show that. Now when I take that and I put it on my channel, I'm going to put cuts and I'm going to do a bunch of fast forwards, but the viewers need to be able to go and confirm, no, he did not cheat. So you have to do long form footage. Or you could have like one target down there on there, and then or one camera on the target and one camera on you, and you link them together, like sync the audio, so it's obvious that this isn't some made up footage, and they can count and make sure everything's synced up. That's okay, you can do that. But it either has to be one continuous shot from the targets, back to your gun, back to the targets, or you're going to have 2 cameras down there. I would recommend doing 2 cameras if you have that capability. This way, as the viewers count, and you know they're going to count your hits and your shots, it's a lot easier to count if you have the 2 there, so they know that you don't just like stab it a bunch with a pencil and then just shoot off into nowhere. Again, the footage must be non-disputable. If it's questionable at all by anyone, then I have to throw it out, because this would be a very easy challenge to cheat at. Alright, next one. Headshots only. It must be, if you were to draw a line right here at the base of the curve, no lower than this, and it must be in the head. Now I know realistically zombies, it would only be the upper 1/3, but I'm giving you the entire head to work on. Other than that, you are free to manipulate the rules however you see fit, as long as it coincides with everything on here, unless it's something ridiculous that I didn't think of, but I think these are pretty airtight. You can perform this test however you want, and even if you don't do it within 100 seconds, make sure to send me your footage right away. I'm probably going to call the contest over like February or March. So if you're the first one, and I'm sure there's going to be plenty of ties, but if you're the first one with the fastest time, and like February or March comes, then I'm going to announce you as the winner. So you're either racing, trying to be the fastest, or you're the definitive winner by the first person that submits footage that does it 100 headshots in 100 seconds at 100 yards. I'm going to try to do it myself. There's a couple of things that I need to work on. One of my biggest downfalls, because I was able to get 3 magazines off in 100 seconds, but I need to get 4, so I'm close. I just got to be 25% faster, is I'm using 4 different magazines. I wanted to keep it a little bit more realistic for me, so I went with 25 round stick mags. I should have also cleaned my gun before I went down there, because I got damn near 1,000 rounds through it already. And I may or may not have cleaned it. I should have probably cleaned it to avoid malfunctions. But I went 4 magazines and then another 10 round. I decided I was going to use the 10 round if I had any malfunctions, so I knew for sure I got to the 100. But I mean, obviously if you have 4 25 round magazines and you don't have any malfunctions and you know the mags were full, well, you know you did 100. Then you just got to check your target, make sure there's no misses. However you want to perform your test. I don't care if you do it with a 5.56, a 22, whatever. It's just got to be propelled by gunpowder. And you can't take like a 12 gauge with buckshot and be like, okay, so this is a, we'll say that this particular shell holds 10 shots, and go 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, done. Because that's cheating. Yeah, most of the buckshot ain't going to hit, and you're not going to get that many headshots, but my God, if you had like a semi-automatic with like a 10-shot tube and just load that bad boy up with buckshot, I bet you could go down there if you were to empty that quite a few times on each target and count 100 hits. No, it must be a single projectile firearm. Anyway, I hope you guys participate. Like, for real, it's not just about winning this. Putting your footage out there so we can all learn from what you're doing and we can all get better and see how you're doing it and see how we can get ourselves better. That's also a plus. Plus, you'll be on this channel. I'm going to shout your channel out when I use your footage, so it'll also help you grow a YouTube channel if you're thinking about doing a YouTube channel. This is an excellent way to get your foot in the door. Anyway, appreciate you watching. Like to support the channel, got my Patreon right there. I also have affiliate links in the description down below. Even if you don't buy what that particular link is for, just clicking on that and then doing the Amazon shopping you were already going to do anyway, and a little kickback for it because you came there off my channel. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to subscribe.